Well, it makes for a pretty day, but it sure is going to be a hot one thanks to the humidity. Well, talk about a wet start to a work week here. The downtown Tyler's Tower Cam, definitely a damp square, but not much in terms of wind to help dry out the flags. But with the hair, you can see it's definitely humid. Burn bans, Kaufman, Van Zant, Henderson, Anderson, Houston County still holding strong. Not that you can really burn much, but just so you know. We'll talk about a warm start for East Texas. Looking at downtown Tyler's Tower Cam, already 89 degrees with that feels like temperature of a balmy 96. So looking at the grand scheme of everything, you can almost draw a line between all the dry air in the southern plains and that big system that's just tried to stall out sitting over in Chicago. It's just sitting there and not much going on. Although thankfully, as you saw, a nice little break from rain for our friends over in Louisiana. Temperatures, I'm going to let you guess where we had rain and where we didn't have rain. 70 degrees in Marshall, and it's the end of July. That's pretty great for 718. 73 in Carthage, 74 in Jasper, but as you can see in our northwestern portions, they didn't get as much rain, especially earlier on like the other ones, so they are a lot warmer. Right around 7, we get used to that front almost into the morning Wednesday, and it disappears. It finally starts to fade out. That means no more rain, right? Well, unfortunately, no. We still have a strong southerly component of the wind bringing in plenty of moisture for us, and right around Thursday morning, another front tries to move its way through and will keep rain chances up to 50%, almost 40% for the southern counties as it sticks on throughout the weekend, although there is a high that will finally start to dry us out once it moves through. Well, the heat's certainly back for Tatum. Tatum is decent at 90 degrees, the low is 75, but look at the humidity, not so bad, 57%. But what's more important is look at the rain. 0 and 0, goose eggs, nothing in that rain gauge, which is different from what we're used to. Tower Cam right before it switches over to night vision. A nice little breeze going on for our flags, which is different and much better than we had earlier today with not a single breeze to be had for my lunch outside. It was hot. But for our burn bans, nothing going on at all for East Texas, which is finally okay. Something good came out of all that rain. Palestine, though, with our heat index sitting at 93, 96 in Tyler. It's still warm, but way better than the 110s we've been sitting at before all that rain came through. Current natural temperature is 89 in Dallas, 87 in August, 72 in Minneapolis. Everything's back to normal. It's hot down here, it's cool up there. But now that we're done talking about the heat, 29 days until fall. Less than a month away. Get ready to get those pumpkins out. Live Doppler radar, not much going on. Henderson County had a little bit of rain Houston County. I'm sorry, Henderson, I wish you had rain, a little bit. But a little bit of a rainstorm tried to go on the way through. Trinity got a little bit, dies out, jumps into Houston County, builds up real quick, but dies out, so it looks like Anderson's not going to get much. But thankfully for Crockett, they got to 81 degrees thanks to that rain. 82 in Henderson, 84 in Lufkin. Really just mid to upper 80s by mid-August. That's not too bad at all, especially for when the sun's almost not even down all the way. So for Futurecast, as we go throughout tonight and into the early parts of the morning, nothing much going on. Maybe a little bit of cloud cover for our southern portions. But we'll call it around 1 or 2 is when East Texas will be getting some amount of rain, even some southerly parts, as the system tries to make its way through. And it will continue to work its way down south a little bit, maybe a little bit of parts of northern California. It's really just everywhere. We'll call it 30% chance of pop-up storms because there's no real guessing where it's going to go. Western portions, though, not really getting anything at all. Waking up Friday morning with some cloud cover except for some parts of Central County, but I know you see it, the front. It wants to come way through, and it's going to come all the way down through East Texas. Well, almost all day it's going to take. Friday around 7 is when it works its way through all the way. And it will affect some football games. I know you don't want to hear it. It's the first, Friday night football of the year. It's not going to end any games that I know of, that I can think of. There will be some rain at kickoff, and then luckily there's plenty of dry air. As you can see, this is Saturday morning. Nothing hanging out. It will dry out by the time that game is over. So for our rainfall forecast, I know we had a week and a half of rain. We don't want it anymore. Luckily, there's no real washouts here. It's blowing up Jasper a little bit. I think it might be a little bit too much. Mineola, I'm not thinking you're going to get 3 inches. Everyone else, though, is sitting right around where it should. 75 for Nacogdoches. Other parts only getting not even half an inch. So 7 a.m. when we wake up, 75 degrees with that cloud cover trying to build its way back through. 92 before that rain starts to come in, trying to cool off most of our eastern counties. The western parts might jump around, let's say 92. We'll say 92, 93 is what they'll be seeing tomorrow. Tonight, though, clear in skies, 82 degrees, still very, very warm. But let's look at our 7-day forecast. 92 tomorrow, and then jumping down to 87 thanks for that rain coming through. I know there's that 6% chance for rain Friday, but look how I even included it, that 0% as we go into the later part of the day toward those football games finally ending. When that final buzzer goes off, there will be clear skies. 30% chance though Saturday as those rain chances build back in, even into the early part of the work week. But look, only 2 90-degree temperatures, and we're still in the middle of August. I'll take it.